That's dope, yeah. Young guitarist. Any tips? I mean, yeah, I think I answered this question a while back. Someone was asking about like their young guitarist. I recall basically the best tips that I would probably give to myself is, I'm 31, right? And I've been a musician since I was like 9, and I've been exploring like various different performance art dimensions. And I really feel as a young guitarist or young musician, artist, what is important is to basically go where people value you. Go where you're valued, where people really recognize your value. And even further, do not limit yourself to just one dimension of a performance art. If you are attracted to, I don't know, freeform acrobatics or, dance like tutting, which is what I do, or just any dimension of performance art like acting, let yourself bridge these worlds, because all the creative dimensions, they they world bridge. They all come together. They stream into each other, and then they really just stream inspiration and momentum. So that's what I've noticed is like 1000%, just focus on having as much fun and connecting with the instrument as a musician, but also recognize when it's the time to allow yourself to expand deeper into your creative expression as a performance artist. Recognize how you as a human being, like as a person, can learn what it means to be a performer. How to really just honor and embody what it means to be a performer, and not just limiting it to a musician. Yes. It's called a Shea movement. It's called a Shea. This guy. I respect this guy's. I respect your commitment to the bit, bro, for just trolling the fuck out of me. But it's a Shea. It's a spiritual word, bro. Yeah, if you feel me about the homies, as in learning to play. That's another thing. I know that was more directed. I remember at a guy that was asking about like making it as a musician. But yeah, as a guitarist, bro, I'd say, how new are you? Like, are you in your first year, or have you been like playing for a few years and you want to just go deeper, and unlock creative blocks? Because I would say definitely, hey, thank you. I like this shirt too. Hey, this was a gift. This was a gift from a good friend of mine. But yeah, very much. If you're just straight up new and you struggle to say pick up the guitar, I when I was like 11, 12 years old, I swear the way that I found myself get really inspired and motivated was basically just rocking out, like literally just picking up an electric guitar, learning like Avenged Sevenfold and Disturbed, and just basically just kind of pretending to be a rock star, just playing as much for the fun of it, just jumping around, just rocking out, and really just connecting with the music. Now, on a technical skill level, there's learning things like legatos. I'll be honest, like if I were to say like one dimension that's like fundamental that as a young guitarist I was really attracted to, it's the legatos. So that basically is hammer-ons, slides, and pull-offs. Just that, right? And then you can blend in tapping combinations. So it's like, but the essence of so much beautiful, I'd say, technical application is legit just weaving in and out of those legatos. So if you can like wrap your mind around how to just like create this relationship, like synchronize your hands in relation to legatos, then you'll definitely go far. Boys find lots of reasons to smile on this journey. Yo, thank you so much. Thank you, Misty. I yes, I have been finding lots of reasons to smile. Life's been dope as fuck lately. But that's even more like that's a beautiful, sincere compliment or a sincere intention. And truthfully, I feel the same for you, Misty. Hope you're finding yourself, find many beautiful parts of life that make you just feel grateful and ecstatic. And just blessed. And I hope you too find yourself express yourself unapologetically, Misty. I find expression is the core center of this human experience. Cool. I think I'm dehydrated as fuck from that beautiful gym session. Do you play math rock? Tunig too. I'm assuming that's an artist. I do sort of play math rock when I play electric guitar. But I mean, sadly, I have a Jackson. It's right over here. But the headstock actually got damaged, so my Jackson's not playable right now. So for the last like month and a half, I have not been able to play electric. It was pretty sad because I love electric guitar. I play it all the time usually. But I am looking into an Ibanez. I'm actually have my eyes on this beautiful Red Eclipse Ibanez. So actually, that kind of answers the that answers the question to what that one lady was asking. If I had $2,000, she donated. What I would do with this $2,000? I would buy an Ibanez guitar. I would buy a beautiful Ibanez and I would be rocking out. But low key, I mean, if someone were to donate like an insane amount of money, unless it's like Crispy Concords or something, you know, if you've seen like he's a famous YouTuber that donates money, then I would be pretty stoked. But if it was a random person, I would kind of be confused. I'd be like what's their angle here? But yeah, unless they're like a millionaire. Oh. I think that one I want to tune a bit. Interesting. Yo, thank you so much, Doc. God morning from Sweden, Astridge. Yeah, God morning. I like that. I like how Swedish people say that. That's dope. Blessings from Canada, brother. Hope you're finding yourself caffeinated and inspired as fuck for this awesome day. It's like 10:47 right now, so my day's ending. Also explains why my technique is just a little bit off. Usually when I'm up in the morning streaming, I'm just like full of caffeine and just did a cold plunge. And then I'm just like shredding, but yeah. Can't always be full of dopamine. Botching those slap harmonics. Experimental waters. Yo, thank you. Wicked. So you're a fan of McKenna? Yeah, brother. Absolutely. Like you fuck with the stoned ape theory and his non-stick perspective light. I really enjoy that you introduce this dialogue. Because yes, I have a lot to say. I want to answer this first or speak to this. Yes, I'm still learning, but I'm getting there, and I hope you let your soul shine. Even the days you don't want to, keep vibing. Man, what a beautiful, wow, you're a beautiful soul, Misty. Thank you. That's very kind. I mean, yeah. Life has been crazy. I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest, for myself, I live a very interesting life. It's beautiful, though, like, profoundly blessed. But I feel like, long story short, I found myself make some massive shifts in my life, you know, relating to my recent romantic partner and And she was an angel, you know, I was like really blessed to have this relationship with her, but I ended this consciously. And then I've been re-engaging into that beautiful dating sphere, and I've actually felt even better and even more blessed about that. But that shift, you know, of letting go of this previous relationship was really turmoil. Like it really was a very intense transition. You know, dopaminergically, my nervous system was, yeah, really processing it. So I feel like I've really found myself integrate and transition from this phase. But life has been very like it's been very intense. But I feel very much like I'm happy to be exactly where I am. But yeah, dog. So the further chicks about Terence McKenna, bro. I'm not sure how familiar you are with deep diving in, you know, psychedelics, like maybe sitting with DMT or with shrooms. But I think Terence McKenna, like his philosophies, specifically his philosophies about creativity, that I think is genius. I think he's very successfully articulated some very powerful, I would say, core truths about the modern age and the modern era in relation to creative energy and what creatives fundamentally are. Like, you know, he basically speaks of how the creative, the artist, it basically plays the role of the ancient shaman. You know, it's like the ancient shaman, they would look into the the other, you know, they would speak to the channel, and then they would extract messages and then decipher these messages and bring this back to the village. And this is the same role that the modern artist does. And the idea is that he thinks modern art has kind of become diluted, and for a lot of us, we need this ancient shamanic role, this shamanic context returned to the modern artist. Yeah. But I think Terence McKenna as a whole, I don't know. Again, I don't know him personally. I haven't listened to all of his philosophy. Psychobabble? Me Psychobabble or Terence McKenna? I don't know, bro. I'm paraphrasing this beautiful 2 hour video of Terence McKenna talking about some profound things. So I may be botching it, but that's okay. But the idea is that a lot of what Terence McKenna advocates, and I really resonate with, is he, I feel, is a man that, for whatever reason, you know, he's an academic, he's an intellectual man, like you can sense, but he's gone extremely deep within psychedelics. Like the man, literally, you know, he would normalize doing heroic doses and sitting with DMT, and this is definitely borderline destructive. Like I think to the psyche, he was a genius, he was a pioneer, but also surely I think he dabbled into waters that were, I don't know, maybe just controversial. Yeah. I love your mind. I actually hope to see you in here. That's very kind of you. I definitely I value that, and I value my ability to communicate. You'll always be empty without Jesus Christ. Ah, it's all coming together, brother. The psychobabble comment. Ah. Yeah, no, honestly, that's a projection, my friend. I'm sorry. I don't think Jesus Christ would condemn, project, and do what you're advocating. So I think you need to maybe reflect on why you're trying to preach, you know, your religion and try to define me by it, because that's, yeah, I think you need to just access true spirituality. And innately, actually, my previous partner, she was really into Christianity and Jesus for whatever reason. I don't know, I really respected her view, and then she wasn't like Christian per se, and I was raised Christian, but I feel like a lot of it is has a very shaky foundation. Like I respect people. This is what I feel like I've had these conversations on film sets with a lot of really devoted religious people, you know, Muslims, Christians, Hindu followers, and I really feel people, whatever allows them to live a more integral and open-hearted life, then that's beautiful. You know, I advocate that. I think that's an extraordinary path if that is aligning with these things. You know, it's allowing you to root yourself in your values, live an integral life, and be open-hearted. But if this is not doing so, then this is something to reflect on. You know, if this religion is creating distortion, if it is clouding your vision of accessing a true spiritual nature, then this is something that needs to be questioned and discerned. If you're Christian, you should believe the world is flat. I don't know, yeah. I don't see value in Christianity myself, but I do not judge people if they desire to. But I personally resonate a lot with Taoism. I love Buddhism and Taoism. Thank you, Arjan. That's a very kind compliment. Hmm. Yeah, I agree, Misty. I actually deeply resonate with the Creator. You know, that deeply resonates in my being. Jesus Christ isn't religion. I'm not religious. I'm a folkier and believer of Jesus Christ. Hey, that's beautiful. No, honestly, you are projecting. You are not beyond projection. But I hear you. You know, you're embodying the Christ consciousness, the spirit of it, and that's okay. You know, I think fundamentally this is a YouTube. This is a YouTube a YouTube portal. This is a stream. You know, I'm here to hold space, to just create music, share music. That's kind of what is here. I think, you know, trying to articulate your worldviews relating to religion or your belief systems is not something for the internet. That's something if you want to have a one-on-one conversation with someone in real life, then I welcome that. I think that's a brilliant idea. But the internet will never be the place for that. Oh, my screen. I think I'm going to put on some of that backlight there. Good night, Psycho Babble. YouTube portal. Man. This guy. I don't know, bro. All I can say is, guy or girl, whoever, you're outing yourself. You are the beautiful embodiment of projection. Yeah, this is correct. Nice to allow others to project and take a back seat. I agree with that. You know, I don't take it personally. I'm okay. I'm chilling here. I know, I kind of know what Buddhism is just about. Not sure about Taoism. Taoism. I'll be honest. I'm not a devoted Buddhist by any means or a Taoist follower, but I found myself deeply resonate with believing that you're getting reincarnated. Yeah, back to the music. This guy, Barella, thank you for bringing the talk back to me. We're not talking, but nah, I'm vibing. Honestly, that's where this is a safe space. This is the space I desire to attract. People are safe to express whatever they want to express. And, you know, maybe when I have like, I don't know, thousands and beyond followers, sure, I'll have to have moderators to moderate, but I want people to feel like they have free will. They can express themselves, whatever it is, and you'll feel safe to do so. I'm not going to judge whatever people their beliefs are, because it's their beliefs. You know, it's just like understanding truth. It's not like I'm here to judge your truth or separate my truth from your truth. We have different perspectives, right? But I think from the beginning, you know, whoever this person that's expressing, you know, their views about Christianity or whatever, if they're doing it from a place of almost like preaching or malice, like they're not genuinely trying to be open-hearted within their beliefs, that is maybe something that they should sort of reflect on, you know? I don't know. And also, YouTube is not the place to, you know, express their religious beliefs. Maybe just not a channel that's about music. I think I could stream in a bit more of this. Proudly. Yes, proudly. Beautiful. May I ask how old you are? Yeah. I'm 31 here, yeah. On individual journey, take the back seats. Yeah, I have to say I love the way you guys are unpackaging this and integrating. You know, it's respectful. Again, like people are allowed to believe what they desire to. We're gonna believe. Are we gonna agree on everything? It's like nah, but that's okay. Are we gonna smoke together? I don't. I don't. I don't smoke. I don't smoke or do drugs anymore. Though I will burn a ritual incense. I'm gonna burn. They look like they're joints, but they're ritual incense, brother. Oh, what? Almost tripped over my cat. Actually, where's my? It's a good cat, yes. Sauce may fit in everything. Huh. That don't. Interesting. Kind of look like Rig from The Dead or Alive. Me, I look like. I look like Rig. Huh. That's a trip. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting this that I look like a lot of artists or people. The truth contradicts each other. We can't be all right. Some of us are wrong, either we like it or not. This is facts. I mean, that's correct. Yeah. I don't know. I think the way I like to look at it, if we're talking about in the realm of philosophical debate, people are just kind of like left or right. They're have opinions that maybe aren't coming to a conclusion. It's kind of like what the ancient philosophers spoke of is the reason why we argue, right? The reason why we're like, this is my belief and this is your belief. Let's talk about it. Is because we want to come to a deeper understanding of this topic. It's like we argue of a philosophical debate so we can get to a deeper dimension of truth. If that's not the underlying intention, if two people aren't arguing with the desire to actually come to a deeper understanding of what they're talking about, then there's no reason to argue whatsoever, right? So I think some people, they just want to cling on to this idea of truth, not really being open-minded to actually desire or to actually figure out what truth is, right? Or what they're arguing for. I don't know. I don't really know the entirety of the philosophy of that, but I remember doing a lot of philosophical arguments in philosophy class in college, and yeah, I don't know. I love debating, talking about philosophy. Even chaos has its order. Yes, I love chaos. The order in chaos, that is. As a creative, I definitely find that's a huge part. 34 green is definitely my go-to. That's wicked. I'd say dark red and gold is my favorite color, and like black and like acid wash. Hmm. It's interesting. I swear, I don't know where exactly. Maybe it's just my energy. I mean, my life has been a very potent portal lately. Like I've noticed myself, for whatever reason, things have been working rather well. But it's like I've noticed the last like 3 4 days when I've been streaming, it's almost like consistently. It used to be like the YouTube algorithm. It would like for whatever reason, I'd be chilling in a stream for like 20 minutes, and it would just be empty. And I would just be like, this is cool. And I would just play music and do my thing and just improvise. But it's interesting how recently, maybe it's because my subscriber count's increased, but
Be aware of the time and be continuing to make videos past today,
yeah, it seems like just consistently, for whatever reason, the algorithm is just like delivering. I kifl I huh? Kiflom. Interesting. I'm assuming that means hello in some language. Kiflom. That's awesome. Crazy how YouTube didn't show my last comment. Have you filtered out words? I have not, nah. I don't filter anything right now. What was the comment about? 'Cause that's weird that YouTube would filter that. We are unfolding, brothers. We spiral outwards. Sound of the truth always rise. Beautiful words, friend. Hey, welcome. Welcome, Phoenix. Doesn't hurt me right. I think with the moderator, she's trying. She may have blocked you or something historically. I don't know. Unblock if you can. Yeah, I think unblock Danny DeBoy. The guy's unhinged as fuck, but he's chill. He seems to be philosophical as fuck, dude. I just want to say I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Phoenix. Oh, word, that's interesting. Maybe it's just YouTube. I don't know, maybe YouTube just did some weird... Man. For some reason my cat is just like... just locked in some trippy gaze. Of course. Beautiful. Phenomenal. Yeah, I'm burning these ritual incense. Word. Yeah, basically these are ritual incense that I get from Nepal. Word, maybe it's just like, if you're talking about like ganja or marijuana or something, they kind of just, I don't know. That is trippy. YouTube's policies, I swear, they're kind of bonkers sometimes. Allah extends provision for those who He wills and restricts. Okay, okay. These are potent times. These are potent times, my friends. I can sense. Yeah, potent times. I see. Interesting. Yeah, I've honestly, this is the first time I've had a moderator or dealt with moderating. That makes sense. I appreciate you. So homies talking, they rejoice in the worldly life, while the worldly life is not, compared to the hereafter. Ah, yeah, interesting. Okay. Now that makes sense though. Honestly, I mean, I speak of this a lot. This is kind of um, taken from ancient Tibetan Buddhism when studying lucid dreaming. And it's kind of like the dimension of basically understanding, the material world, like putting the material world in perspective. I think about this a lot too. I look at this in my best times and my worst times. It's just, how incontestantly we believe, like just how deeply we believe in the material world, that we're convinced that this is real. That this material world in front of us, all the things, we're just so heavily convinced that this is all that is. And a lot of the core practices of dream yoga, or just essentially lucid dreaming with integrated spiritual practice, is basically just recognizing this is all a dream. This is just fundamentally. I don't know. I'm probably botching the metaphysical philosophy because it's late at night, but yeah, beautiful concept. Doesn't let me type how exactly. Wow, man, YouTube. I deeply appreciate that, AD. I'm kind of just flowing into it. What's good? What's good, funny gamer? Very nice. Late and high. Hey, facts. We've all been there, I feel. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't standard tuning here. Yeah. Let's see what we're doing here. Yeah, I'm primarily playing around, like improvising in the key of E, but I'm also shifting. Doing these cryptic words. Very nice. All right. I think it's because it's past 11. My roommates are trying to sleep, or my brother. Probably take an end to this stream. But thank you so much for chiming in. This has been really beautiful, creating this portal. Yes. Deeply grateful to be a part of here and to create this channel. If this type of content resonates with you, or I also teach guitar and I do meditative streams, but yeah, talking about the truth and the journey to find it, included the basics yet. And if you have a soul, what are you supposed to do with it? This guy. And if someone gave it to you, etc. I mean, some of the core, like, existential truths that I've personally unpackaged mainly has to do with the means of understanding, the purpose of why I'm here personally. I think we are here to create, creative energy. We're here to engage in creative energy and to engage in this like ripple of this unique human experience that is creative energy, creative life force. Hello, bro. What's good? What's good? Appreciate you. Appreciate you, wild and fresh. But yeah, I really feel to answer like what I feel about this soul. Yeah, I honestly, bro, I really feel that the purpose of life is to create. It's to just expand and create and kind of, yeah, to engage in creative energy and creative life force. And but I think what the soul is, man. The more that I've understood sort of my own sort of consciousness and how I think the world is and life is, I really feel that I'm gonna let you go now. Hey, facts. Yeah, bro, that's fair. I gotta balance myself. I know my brother is trying to fall asleep, but low key, I feel like a lot of it has to do with the fact that we're just raw motes of consciousness. Like we're just raw energy, right? We are neutral entities in this world, right? And I feel that everything exists on parallels. Very simply, it's like we have all the different vibrations, and I think if we look deeper, this is just answering as the homie, Daniel left. This will just kind of be expanding my thoughts of this. Is everything's infinite? I really believe this. Like the more I've looked into things, you understand that I really do believe in the quantum theory, that everything is happening all at once, all the time, always. So any thought you could have, any, possibility of who you are, who the person in your life is, of who this person is, it all exists at once. It's all there. We're neutral entities. But the idea is that we, as the creators, are the ones that make it so. The second we believe something to be possible, we direct our energy towards it, then we create it. And this operates on a deep level of sort of like how the quantum particles of what we're made up of are. It's all empty space, it's void, it's empty matter. It's not written. But the second that we direct our energy to believe that something is, then it becomes. So I think, yeah, if we understand like the nature of the soul, it's kind of like we are whatever significance we put to it, we will, reinforce this. Yeah. And yeah, sorry, I was kind of going off on tangents. I haven't prepared a lot of performance material for singing, but I'm definitely going to prepare a bunch. Yeah. Heck yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's bro. That's the thing is, I swear, like to put a conclusive thought on that. I really feel that the authentic path. Like, let's be real here. Like the authentic path to integrating and healing, it's intense. It's very real. It's not a beautiful, just like sugar coated process. It's real. Like it's harrowing, but it's also a surefire sign that you're on the path. If you're actually really like engaging this authentic human experience, the highs, the lows, and all these dimensions. But yeah, I think, bro, I swear, I've been reflecting on that a lot this last couple of weeks about the nature of detachment and also just the nature of attachment and realizing that, yeah, quintessentially it's healthy to be healthily detached. To put in perspective that the things that we attach onto in this life, right? Be it's like intimate partners, be it people in our life, um, that's not the nature of how things are. I think it's like almost like if we put in relation our relationship with the material world, we look and peer into the quantum world, we'll understand that fundamentally everything's fluid, everything's ever changing, ever adapting. There's actually fundamentally no reason to attach to things. Attachment is usually out of fragmentation, it's out of distortion, it's out of fear. But things that are from love, that are from like the truer emanation, it is beyond attachment. And that's honestly what I've been seeing a lot with, intimate partners, but also just studying lucid dreaming. It kind of comes to the same conclusion. Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm probably gonna end this stream right quick because I'm getting overstimulated. I gotta go to sleep pretty soon. Well, the next hour. But yes, thank you so much for chiming in. I love it. I was just like exiting the stream, but then homie's just like drop some philosophical truths. But yes, honestly, yeah, if this content resonates with you, feel free to subscribe or follow this channel because I'm gonna take this to places.